Yes, I got deported.
Uh-oh, here we go.
After 20 plus years and 97 plus percent of my life in the United States,
Oh, this is about to be some shit.
ICE agents picked me up in Chicago and threw me in jail for 3 weeks because my parents did not file my paperwork correctly.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
They brought me to the United States on a visa, overstayed that visa, had opportunities to appeal it in court, and my father did not show up to court.
Ooh, daddy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Now I'm in the United Kingdom, and this country sucks. And it has made me more America first.
Oh, you didn't think he was gonna say that shit, did you? Mm-hmm.
Because you see that outside of London, all of England is a third world country, a dump. I hate it here.
But yet folks out here hating on America.
And I am excited and ready to go back to the United States, but I have a 10-year ban to wait out.
This man said he has to wait 10 years.
And I'm waiting to bring my fiance over because I had a wedding scheduled that I had to cancel.
Oh, no, man. Oh, no, man.
And it's taken everything in me to forgive my parents for what they've done to me and what they've caused. But I'll keep going on.
Notice how he blamed his parents and not Trump? The guy who's in it. But there's plenty of folks out here that would go, oh, Trump, you voted for that. That's what you voted for. No. His parents did not do the responsible thing and the stuff that they were supposed to do to make sure that their family became citizens in the country in which they wanted to reside. Period. Trump, go get this dude, man. Do whatever you need to do to magically wand go get this guy. That is probably the most mature response in that situation that I don't think I could even do. Because I'm blaming everybody.
Good morning. My name is Joanne. I'm 47 years old. At 5 years old was the last time I was in Haiti. I have lived in U.S. all my life. I was forced to be living back in Haiti due to deportation. My life here is not stable, is uncivilized. I'm seeking the community's support and help to relocate to a better place where I can find work, housing, and the basics of life. Anyone that can help me, it would be gladly appreciated. Since being in Haiti, I've suffered from depression and PTSD. I was raped on the first week I got here. There's no security, there's no law, there's no police, there's no government that can help me to be safe. My only way out is if I leave. So please, if anyone out there is hearing this, help me to relocate.
Good morning, guys. I woke up super early to start unpacking some of the stuff that my family brought me over the Memorial Day weekend so I can make myself more at home. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. My sister got me that little cart for my laundry. She brought me a little gas tank. She brought me some waters. She also brought me this for my bed so my bed looks prettier when I make my videos. My boyfriend brought me a lot of things for the baby so I can entertain him, like crayons, colors, books, coloring books. He's a very smart baby, so he likes to, engage in all those activities all the time. I'm also gonna show you guys other little things that they got me, like they got me some plates, so I'm not using so many paper plates.
Imagine building a life for 20 years, your job, your friends, your family, all gone overnight. No warning, no goodbye. Today we are sharing the painful reality of what happens after deportation, a story many people never hear about. Stay with us because this story will change how you see deportation forever.
Name is Cam. I've been deported May 26, 2025. The group of 65. So let me tell you about my life story. I came to the U.S. back in 1990 when I was 8 years old. So I graduated high school in Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska. And I moved to Texas, and I catch me an aggravated assault case back in 2004. With that, I was probably 20 years old at that time, and I wasn't a U.S. citizen yet, so my green card got revoked. By 2008, I got released from prison. ICE picked me up. My green card got revoked, and I was already deported to Laos. At that time, Laos won't accept anybody back. So I was in ICE for 6 months. Then they released me of order of supervision. So I got to check in with ICE every year. But for 20 years, I've been checking in since 2008 till 2025. I started a family. I have 4 kids. I have a wife. I have a house. I have a job. I stayed with the company, Benny Key, for 15 years with the company. When ICE detained me, when I go check in 2025 in February.
One stupid mistake cost me everything. I'm a tattoo artist here in Tijuana. Been here for 10 years. I got deported in 2015 and I served a 20-year sentence out of a 29 to life. At the time, I didn't realize what a waste of time of life, you know. I just didn't care, you know, but that was just how I lived in a gang culture. But now that I'm free and I've been living this life and I can look back, man, I can't even believe somebody would do that kind of lifestyle. It's a total waste, man. Total waste of life being a gang member or a criminal. Living a decent life and working for a living and having a good life and enjoying life, that's the beautiful thing about life. People can change. People can change the way they live. People can change their lifestyle, man. I'm a living proof, and you know what? Today I look at all that stuff and I can't stand it. And enjoy your life, man. God bless.
This is a human story about loss, survival, and starting over with nothing. After living in America for over 20 years, they were deported to a country they barely recognize anymore. And what happened next was far more devastating than anyone could expect.
Deported from the United States in 2018 under the first Trump administration, and have since been rebuilding my life in Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, along with my 5 children who are U.S. born citizens. A common question that I receive is, what do I do for work? Here's what a typical work week looks like for me. I work from home servicing U.S.-based clients. Being deported to Mexico with a lifetime of work experience in the U.S. gave me a huge advantage to be able to build an online business where I've been able to service attorneys, real estate agents, major universities, brokerage firms, countless small businesses. When I first got deported, I had no idea what I would be doing to generate an income. I did spend the first couple of months searching for employment locally. I found very long hours and underpaid salaries. I had a hard time adapting, so I kept looking online until one day I accidentally ran into a local listing on Craigslist of a US-based company that was stationed here in Puerto Vallarta, was outsourcing their labor. That was kind of when I ran into this virtual world. COVID really amplified that. A lot of businesses realized they didn't need people working inside the office. Some got ahead of the ball game and started looking for labor outside of the US.
For more than 2 decades, America was home. They worked, paid bills, raised families. Some even forgot what life was like before they left. But deportation doesn't just remove someone from a country. It removes them from the entire world. Friends gone. Family left behind. Support system non-existent. When they arrived back, reality hit fast. No stable housing, no steady income, no healthcare, and in many cases, no close family left. The country they returned to had changed, and so had they. People often assume deportation means go home, going back home. But for many, there is no home to return to. And maybe that home is the reason why you moved from there in the first place.
For nearly the last 2 months, she's left her business, customers, and more importantly, her family behind.
She's been here. She built successful businesses, gives back to the community, creates jobs for first timers, for high school kids. pays taxes. I mean, why would you want to remove somebody like that?
Her businesses remain open, serving the Peoria community fresh sushi rolls at 2 locations as its owner sits in a detention center with an uncertain future.
And so taking me away from my family is just, it's very difficult.
Does have what is called a final order of removal back to Hong Kong, and ICE tells me she will remain in their custody until she is deported, but that is a decision she and her family tells me she hopes ICE reconsiders.
Now, I have to say this as a person that I know, this got deported. And I consider her my friend. We don't talk every single day, but she was one of the first people that I met when I moved to Scottsdale, Arizona. Kauai Sushi is her restaurant. She opened 2 restaurants, and she is my age. I admired her. I thought she was incredible. She was a single mom at the time. I think she may have been dating somebody, but she was essentially a single mom at the time, running 2 restaurants in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the sushi restaurants were good. They had great service. People came from Japan to do that sushi. And me and her talked almost every week. I would go down to Kauai Sushi and eat in Peoria, and every week we would talk. I admired her. I thought she was a great person. I did not know she was in this country illegally. So this is what I will say, because people like to say, you don't even say that. You don't even know nobody. Wait till it's somebody you know. Wait till it's somebody you know. Now, me and her wasn't incredibly close, but the same sentiment remains, is that she was in this country for 20 years. Now, if the government is deciding to do this to her, I don't think that the government is wrong. The government is doing what the government ought to do. If you don't like it, you've got to change the law. Now, you can walk and chew gum at the same time, because although I think that it's right to do according to the law and it's justifiable according to the data that I've gathered about her immigration status, which she had a deportation order from 2005, which was 20 years ago. But also you can have enough compassion and reasonableness to say, maybe, just maybe, she had a legitimate asylum claim that needs to be revisited, because she came to seek asylum in 2005 and it was denied. And that's how she had a deportation order that she's had for 20 years. Now, let me say this, because I want to play this clip, and then I'm gonna give you guys a theory, not a theory, but a plan moving forward that I think we should consider as a country when it comes to people being in the country illegally, when it comes to deporting every illegal person and pathway to citizenship. Because I can attest to a character to a certain degree. She was hardworking, very nice woman. And I say we were the same age. She was able to build 2 successful businesses. She's a good person. And to be honest, she's the type of people that we do need in our country, right? Somebody that's willing to work hard, somebody that can make a difference in the community, somebody that's not a drag on society. But the law is the law. Now, if there's ways to help people like this, right? If that's your family member, if that's somebody you know and you can help them, which means that if they need legal representation and you can do that, or if they get deported, if there's a way you can help them get back here legally, then I'm all for people doing that. But let me talk about this. And some of y'all are going to be mad at me for saying this, but I'm just being honest about what we're looking at as a country. People who commit crimes in America that are illegally here, or even here legally that are not citizens, should be deported immediately. You cannot stay in this country. You're committing crimes. Have enough respect for the United States of America and the resources that taxpayers are paying for, that you shouldn't be a drag on society. And a drag on society is us wasting our taxpayer dollar for police officers to show up at your house or investigate any crime that you committed in our country and you're not a citizen. I don't think that they should have due process or none of that stuff, to be honest. But we got the laws of the laws, so we shall follow them unless somebody changes them. Deported. You have to leave America. If you are here illegally in America, you should be deported. Now, let me just make this framework of an argument. We will not be able to deport every single illegal person in America. It will not happen. We can't do it. It's not going to happen. Now, we can lie to our constituency and we can sell them a nightmare and a dream. The fact of the matter is there is a due process portion of deporting people in our countries, in our Constitution. And so what happens with that is that if we're going to deport 11 million people, and we know it's over 20 million people that are here illegally, just say we deport 11 million. That's 11 million people that are going to have to go to trial. That's 11 million hearings. It's more money, effort, and energy to deport those people than to allow some of those people to add value to America.
One of the hardest parts is the shame. Being seen as someone who failed. Imagine being somewhere like abroad and you go back to your own country and the situation there is hard. Everyone is judging you, your friends, or even people that you left there. So trying to explain why your life suddenly disappeared. So some even face depression, some struggle with trauma, others fight daily to survive. This is the sign of deportation that really makes headlines. According to immigration experts, long-term deportees often experience severe economic hardship. We have mental health challenges, difficulty in reintegrating in the society, and also long-term family separation. So these are not just statistics; they are real lives. Whether you agree or disagree with immigration law, one thing is clear: deportation doesn't end at the borders. It follows people for years, emotionally, financially, and even mentally. Understanding these stories help us see the human cost behind the headlines. So after more than 20 years in America, everything changed in one moment, and this is painful reality, and it is still unfolding for these people. So if this story moved you, please like this video. It helps more people see stories like this, become encouraged, and even some of them understand what people go through and how life it is like after deportation. So subscribe for more real human stories the media often ignores. Make sure you join our family by subscribing, and most importantly, share your thoughts respectively in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.